G'day guys, it is your one and only PSGD, brought to you by the Power of PlayStation and Share Factory, and today I want to take a look at my recently purchased Firewatch. Developed by the good people at Campo Santo and published by Panic, this game is available on the PSN now for around about $27.95. So being my first big review for 2016, we're going to get straight into the PSGD factors, right? Pick up this game, and to get into it, very easy. Control system, very easy. Time consumption, minimal. Save points, really good and close. And probably not something I'd play in front of the kids a lot. There's a lot of swearing in it. However, there's no real violence. There is one scene in this game which is towards the end, which you probably wouldn't want to have around your children. But generally speaking, I mean, you could wander through the forests and stuff while the kids were sitting by you without any hassles at all. It's just the language you'd have to watch. Now, the first thing I want to get straight into are the visuals. This game has a very unique art style, which is kind of like cell shading or vector drawing, but also includes like detail when you're up and close. There are some very amazing scenes that this game has in it, and it's quite easy to sort of cruise around and get caught up in the environment. Now, as you can see up here, we're sort of having a bit of a look around from the Firewatch tower, I guess you could call it. And one of the beautiful parts of this game is the sequential time lapses. So you can hunt around at nighttime, during the daytime, there could be sun setting, it could be sunrise. There's just a good amount of variation to this game in terms of the environmental effects, which keep you rather interested. Now, the controlling system is rather easy. You kind of point at things and you hit R2. So from an interaction standpoint, it's very easy. Probably one of my big enjoyment factors of this game is the way this game starts. Now, I don't really want to tell you all that much about it, but I will say this. What happens at the start is you kind of get given a blank scene. There's nothing there. It's a blank background. It's got a little bit of color on it, and you read through text with this game to start it. Now, that component doesn't have a massive bearing on what happens now as you're watching me play at this point, but I can tell you that because you're sort of reading it for 15 minutes, you get very personal with the story, and because there's nothing else going on during that point in time, you feel very connected. And I actually found it a very emotive type story to start the game, which, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I thought it was actually very unique, right? I haven't seen that story done that way before, so that was a really good aspect to this game. When you sort of move through the game, it's a very simple game to play. My concern at this point in time is that people who are going to pay anywhere from $26 through to $30 for this game might feel like they didn't get enough. And by the standards of, you know, your Grand Theft Auto 5s and whatnot, there isn't a lot of replayability. I've read a few articles that you get a lot of value in that second play, but from what I understand, there's only ever one outcome, so you're not going to change the events of the story by replaying it. Now, one part that I mentioned was the visuals, and I have to go back and just say quickly that the audio to this game is very surreal. When you're cruising through the forest and you can hear the birds chirping, you can hear ducks down at the lake, you can hear the wind whistling, it really, like, I wear the PlayStation Gold headset, the 20th anniversary one, and when I have that on and I have this video going, I feel very immersed and connected to the environment. It's a very unique experience. Anyway, I would recommend this to people who are just willing to try something completely different to everything else on the market at the moment. There's nothing massively exciting, or there's not 45,000 explosions going on. This is a really good game. It's thought through and it's designed well. I probably got a bit frustrated having to traverse like opposite corners of the map, but hey, these things happen. Anyway, PSGD's peak, visuals and audio, PSGD's pit, some of the edging around where the character sort of hits whilst traversing environments. Anyway guys, thanks for watching as always, and until next time, enjoy the PlayStation gaming.